Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at each life path number, the forecast for the new moon that's occurring on December 12th, 2023. Before we get into the forecast, I just want to mention that this is a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading for your own personal numerology, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. I would love to work with you. This is also a great time to get your year ahead forecast and your diamond forecast for 2024. If you haven't done that yet, you can head on over to my website, book some time with me. I'd love to take a look. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. Life path number 9. So this new moon for you all is bringing in the energy of the 13-4, but it's also bringing in the energy of chimpanzee. So the 13-4 energy can sometimes be a little intense because it brings about, transformation. It's associated with like the death card or Pluto energy a lot of times. So it's like death, transformation, rebirth, right? In some area of life that needs to be transformed. And usually because it's 4 energy, it's going to be around the foundation, right? Some kind of foundational work that needs to be done. But it's interesting because we have the chimpanzee, which brings in sort of the lightness, the levity, the fun, the sort of like the prankster kind of energy, not taking things too serious, going with the flow, having fun. And so really what this tells me is there's some area that this new moon is trying to highlight for you where maybe you've been a little bit too rigid, maybe you've been a little bit too trying to control a situation or have control over the outcome of something. And really, these energies coming through is helping you to transform that, helping you to find the levity within that situation and surrender to it and release the need for control around it. And it can be, relationships, your home life, your actual home situation. Like an example that comes through is like maybe you're trying to sell your home, but the timing's just off, or it's just not, there's something that you don't know yet, that you haven't that hasn't come in yet, that will come in, but you don't have access to just yet. And so you're sort of being asked to surrender to that, to release the control or release the need to control, sort of knowing the outcome type thing and trusting yourself, the universe, and others when it comes to the situation. But I do get this feeling that there's some area where it's felt really heavy or really just very restricted. And there's something here around thinking outside the box, doing things a little bit differently, seeing beyond the blinders. So if you're sort of immersed within a situation that's felt really strict, really restricted, really slow moving, and you find yourself trying to control that situation or control the outcome, by you trying to control it, you're actually aiding in that restriction. And so again, it's just, where can you find the levity? Where can you find the joy? Where can you laugh at yourself? If it's something where it's like, it just isn't working out and there's like almost a comical layer to it, right? Like, where can you just find the comical side of whatever this is, no matter how serious, because the 4 energy can sometimes be very serious. And so, this coupled with chimpanzee is just reminding us that life is only as serious as we make it. No matter what we're faced with, we can always find the levity within the situation. And in finding that levity, it opens us up to new opportunities that we wouldn't have seen if we were stuck within that confinement, right? So there's definitely something here that needs to transform, whether it's with your outlook, your belief systems around something, the way you're showing up to a connection or a career or whatever, that is maybe just a little bit too rigid, a little bit too structured. And so where can you lighten that a little bit? Where can you step outside the box and see the bigger picture? And where can you collaborate with others to help you to see a different perspective? Because a lot of times when we're immersed in something, we're only seeing it from our point of view. And that can limit us in the options, right? So I do think that there's definitely something here also with communication and how we communicate and how we sort of show up to connections through communication. And I think that there's also with chimpanzee coming through this energy of saying, where is it that we can sort of lighten even the communication, right? Like find a way to communicate in a way that's not so strict or not so so refined, right? Because sometimes when we show up in a way that's like, I know exactly what this, I know it all, right? Like I know it all. We can exclude people. We can sort of turn people off in a sense, right? And so I think these energies coming together, especially with a new moon, it's saying, where is it that you can try something new, try something different when it comes to your communication, with how you present yourself in the world, with how you, with anything foundational, where is it that you can try something different, something new, something lighter? Not saying throw all of the planning, all of the sort of rules and regulations out the door, but just where is it that we can not be so sort of black and white and have a little bit more of gray area, and find the joy in that process as well. So I do think there's some foundational things that'll be coming to your attention, that new insights, new ideas, new opportunities, new options could be coming in for you around this time. But I do think that it's going to require you to not be so strict with yourself, with others, and not be so controlling. And that's not a bad thing, right? Like sometimes, there are things that we can control and we need to. But there's also things that we can't, obviously, and nines know that very well. But I think this 4 energy is coming in to say it doesn't have to be so serious. And so where is it that you can find your levity? And also, incorporate other people's ideas and collaborate. And you could also find this to be a social time as well. And I would say, to say yes to those social opportunities that come in for you. This could also be a time to, again, share a deeper message, start a podcast, start a YouTube channel. I don't know, put your name out there, get yourself out there. This is a great time to do that when you're working with 13-4 energy, because it sort of helps you to find a platform to share your message. And as a 9, I know you have a message. I know you do. There's, 9s in this lifetime, this is a very sort of intense journey. And so through that, overcoming those obstacles opens you up to a lot of empathy, a lot of medicine that you can share with people. And so I think this 13-4 coming through is saying, hey, what's your message and how can you share that with the world? What's your medicine and how can you share that with the world? But how can you do it in a way that's light and airy and jovial, also with chimpanzee coming through, and not take it too serious. So I think this is really beautiful energy for you all. It's also really beautiful energy to, again, get you focused on, again, sharing that message with the world. Maybe you'll write a book, who knows, right? Maybe you'll be a motivational speaker, or maybe just it'll change your perception when it comes to your place in the world and, how you can help others through your own experiences. So big energy, but also really beautiful. And so again, it's what we do with it, but I think you have the potential to do a lot with it around this new moon. So I hope it's a great one. Take care, 9s. Bye for now.